top 5 tech choices that I've kind of seen floating around in today's online metagame. I would say real life, but you know, I haven't seen a locals in 2 months now. The social withdrawal has basically hit me at the pinnacle. The best socialization that I've had is my friends come over on Saturdays and I get to play cards. It's great. But let's talk about those top 5. Like this video so we can make sure that we're giving YouTube the best that we can. Let's dig on into this, shall we? Number 1 on our tech choices here is actually Token Collector. This is hilarious to me. This is the path that we've actually found ourselves going on. So if a token is special summon, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your graveyard if it was there when the token was summoned, or hand even if not. You can only use this effect of Token Collector once per turn. If this card is special summoned, destroy as many tokens on the field as possible, and if you do, this card gains 400 attack for each token destroyed. Neither player can special summon tokens. Congratulations. It took this long for the player base to look for... We've got like 9,000 means to try to stop the whole Eldlich Synchro and the Emancipator Synchro Aurora Dawn plays here. We've gone to Token Collector now, of all things. Now we have a monster that goes, those are some really nice tokens you got there. And he just goes, and just starts picking them up off the field for you. Is this a good counter? I don't know. I like the concept of where this is going. Puts another body on the field. And it's not like your opponent can ash this or anything. So inherently, and also it gets reuse out of the graveyard. I think it's probably the coolest thing about this card is it is recurable. Alright. A lot going on with this, but hey, you know what? You're going to have, what, a 1,600 body on the field after all the tokens are done. That's not a lot, but you know what? You took away 4 of your opponent's materials. Best case scenario, maybe 3. It depends. It's usually going to be probably... It depends on which stage you drop it. But for the most part, you're going to Value Town with the Token Collector. I hate the art, by the way. Like... This doesn't seem like anything I'd ever want to play in my deck, but okay. I get why we play it. Next up, you guys have heard this multiple times, but the Gizmek and Nari. So, the whole allure for Gizmek and Nari started with the Crystron Needle Fiber. Alright? A lot of the things that we've been seeing as of late have to do with Needle Fiber. Alright? 95% of the problems are because of Needle Fiber. So what ends up happening here, players are, when Holly Fibrax, Needle Fiber is special summon, you summon out the cute little fox, and then the fox special summons out the barrier statue of Torrents, and then your opponent goes, oh, I can't do anything. So basically, the only thing that you are conceptually using this for is when the Holly Fibrax steps down, you summon the barrier statue, and you jam out your opponent. Pretty easy. Most of the time, people are pairing this with the Iria the Water Charmer so that they can link out the Water Barrier statue so that come their next turn, they can play the game. Now, on the downside to that, the exact same thing here. People are playing Iria as well, but it's not like... You still got to answer the Barrier statue on the opponent's side of the field, which is pretty hard to do turn 1, because kind of when that takes over, that's a little bit of an issue. So... I don't know what to think of this. I still don't particularly think that this is one of the best counters to it. I get this and Token Collector both literally hand in hand go to basically try to stop these explosive combos and things, because the boards of these decks build the advantage that these decks are building because of Needle Fiber, Link Cross, and these big, huge extender plays are inherently really bad for the game. So I get that we have to kind of take advantage of everything that we have to kind of stop this. So Gizmek and Ari into the Water Barrier statue. It's cool. Now, we're also playing one more card in combination with this, and it's Fantasma. So the cool thing that Fantasma gives you here is if your opponent summons a Link monster, you can draw some cards. Alright? Drawing cards can, okay, depending on what stage your opponent's going through, their link plays here, because Needle Fiber is usually the first card they're going to stop by. So if you go Fantasma first, you're not going to get to do cool Gizmekanari things, but that's fine because Fantasma can filter you in to the token collector, which is not a bad thing. Alright, also depends, most of the time you're only going to be getting the draw for the one that's on the field, so you're not going to get an extraneous amount of value off of this, but you have to remember at this point you're playing this as a card that attempts to get you into other cards. It's kind of under the premise of like Max C. Fantasma under Max C, if you drop it after your opponent's been playing the Max C game, it further filters you into additional stuff. It also aims to get you into those hand traps. Case in point here, the token collector. So it doesn't inherently do anything on the field or anything like that, but it is a powerful extender to get you to those key hand traps, ashes, imperms. It really depends. It evenly matches the lightning storms for the going second. I mean, you got to find a way to get rid of your Fantasma, but it's cool, interesting things like this that filter cards are never really a bad thing. They're never really a bad thing. There's times where they are, like I said, filtering for like the lightning storm or something, but you still got to go get rid of your friend here, Battlephase Ram. But interesting that the interaction with the token collector in this to further get to it so you can see those side cards, very crucial now. So that's the synchro part of the format. We also have to talk about the Rainbow Neos, the whole dumping of the Neos fusion and things like that. So for a brief point in time, we saw that Rainbow Neos was coming into the format. All right, players were using this as a means to counteract Eldlich. Well, you guys know what Eldlich likes. They like their graveyard, alright? Being able to go Rainbow Neos, shuffle the entire graveyard back, get a disruption on monsters, get a disruption on, back row, the card does an insanely amount for what it is. I actually even compare this card to, like, a prelude to Dragoon of the Red. Maybe not as impactful as Dragoon of the Red, but it definitely aimed to do just that. Shuffle that graveyard back, get rid of it. Yeah. Now the problem is at this point, pure Eldlich and your invoked Eldlich variants are no longer the best variants. We've evolved into the Synchro version as the best now, and unfortunately at this point, Rainbow Neos doesn't do hardly much of anything at this point to that deck. I mean, it does stuff, but you don't want to find yourself shuffling back the resources that the opponent set up. So pure invoked, yeah, it's good, but the problem is at this point we've evolved past this. I still liked the concept for what it was there. I still wanted to cover it because it was a tech choice for a little while here, but I think that this one has kind of been actually power crept out of the format, which is really ironic because we've been going through this for, oh god, what is it, a couple weeks now, and now that Synchro Eldlich is here, bye, have a beautiful time. That's all we've really got for Rainbow Neos. Now, the last one has been a really apparent tech choice here, and it's a pointer of the Red Lotus. Being able to get that resource knowledge based on what the opponent has in their hand is really, really valuable at this point. I've seen this at a straight 3 of in pretty much every single side deck that has been in this format at this point. The information to what to play around for the opponent, what to save your negates on, what you want to take away from your opponent. This is why we always have cards that look at the opponent's hand and things like that. We consider them dangerous for the game, alright? So much, look at the deep sea support that we just got. It doesn't quite put, water over the edge, but it dangerously puts them higher than we expected water to be. So now we have this card running around the format, a pointer, that gives us free knowledge, the ability to decide what we want to negate, and we get to unveil the entire opponent's strategy and how to accurately play around it. That seems massively fair at the cost of playing a trap card, right? Traps are fair, right guys? So guys, those are your top 5 tech choices for the format Arena. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and well, like this video. Alright guys, have a good one. Peace out. Thank you patrons for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.